Okay, guys. So let's get started with the next one. Um, Obviously, you can tell I haven't logged out since, well, I guess technically this would be since yesterday's video. I am actually recording this pretty much directly after uploading the last video, just to try to keep things going. So I still have damage. I'm down to 29 nutrition, so it's been a few minutes. I've been waiting for the upload to finish so that it didn't hinder the recording. But we're going to need some more food. So, in the last episode, I talked about doing some foraging. What in the world is that? Oh, it's a rock. Okay. So, what I was saying is basically go to any grass tile. We're going to start over here in the corner and we're going to forage up a bunch of nonsense here on the deed. So let's see, we've got tracking, we've got foraging, we've got botanizing. We want foraging. So we're going to forage. We got a blueberry sprout. Forage. And all we're going to do is go from one tile to the next. A sugar beet. Found a pumpkin. So we're just going to forage a bunch of food up, and we're going to eat whatever we find that's edible. That looks picked clean. Okay, so now we move over here. Oops. We're going to do this one. We're going to do this one. That one's picked clean. And we're just going to stand on the one we just did. We're going to do this one. That one looks picked clean. Okay, so now you align yourself going this direction so that you've got that tile, and this tile all accessible. That one, and that one. And we're going to move forward one tile at a time to make this faster. So that one, and that one. Okay. And a lot of times they'll say they've been picked clean, and that's fine. Finding rice now, huh? Okay. So now we move into this tile. We're not worried about going up that way just yet because we've got the flattened area here to act as a marker. So we're going to move not to this one. We're going to forge this one. Oops. We're going to forge this one. And we're going to move into this one. And we're going to forge this one. Okay. Now we can do the same thing headed back. Make sure we can get all three tiles. All right. And you don't have to stick with any specific um, method or location. Just any grass tile will work. Yeah, you get a lot of this area's been picked clean, or you get like this an orangewood sprout. You can't eat that. It's to plant a tree. Raspberry sprout, same thing. They're for bushes and trees and whatnot. You can also go through and do the botanizing as well if you're looking for herbs. Right now, we're just looking for food, and we're also watching for aggressive creatures. So we don't want to go anywhere that there's going to be an aggressive creature. But at the same time, you can take what you find and oftentimes turn it into vegetables for your garden. So, for instance, you can say, okay, well, yeah, I need food, but I know that, for example, pumpkins and cabbages have a lot of weight, so I'm going to save those. You can do that. You can get wemp and cotton from doing this. You can, if you're close enough to a tree tile, you can find branches. The branches are basically good for nothing other than creating crude tools, but they're still burnable. Let's see what we've gotten so far. Um, okay, so the sugar beet and the pumpkins, we're going to go ahead and eat those. Can't eat the seedlings or the sprouts. We can eat the cocoa beans, we can eat the rice, the lingonberries, the carrot, the cabbage, blueberries. See, there's a wemp plant, so we've got seeds for wemp. We picked up some cotton, so we've got some seeds for cotton. I mean, there's a variety of stuff here that we could eat, and it's just going to fill our bellies a little bit. Or we can turn it all into seeds or what have you. We're already heading back up on our food percentage here. So we'll get next couple of things selected. So something I forgot to mention in the last video about food and whatnot, the higher your nutrition, the longer your food lasts. The lower your nutrition, the quicker you got to eat again. Um, that was a point that was brought to my attention by Old Bitty Gaming, and probably a few others as well. So you definitely want better nutrition so your food lasts longer. But at the moment, we can't afford that. So we're at 75% right now. And as you can tell, my food percentage is going up considerably faster than what it originally did when we first started eating pumpkins in the last episode. So you'll get full fast, but you won't have a whole lot of nutrition. And now we're full. We've got a couple of foods left. That's fine. We're not going to worry about those right now. We're just going to shoot back over here to the cart. Okay, sorry about that. A little bit of a glitch. Ran out of hard drive space, so we're going to try this again. All right, so what I was saying is now that we're full on food, we're going to shoot back over here to the cart. And we're going to try to get some other stuff done. So I am going to have to marry these two videos, but I won't be editing anything out. Okay, so we're going to put this stuff, this stuff. Hey, stop acting silly now. We don't need the butchering knife. Okay, so we have 2 extra cottons. Drop those off. And we don't need the rake right now. Okay. Activate the shovel. We're going to close the cart. We're going to close the inventory. We're going to go here to the edge of the deed. I think it's this tile here. Yep. All right, so first things first, we're going to head straight towards the water, and we are going to pack all these tiles headed down, except when we get down by the farm. So when we reach the top of the farm here, we'll stop packing tiles. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to pack these all the way down to the water, and we're going to make a roadway through here at some point. Not today, but at some point we're going to make a roadway through here. And we'll put fencing along this side on these tile borders with a couple of gates so that we know where we can go, where we can't, or where the deed ends anyway. We can go anywhere, but you know, this way we've got a clear marker of where the deed stops. And we also know that we won't be able to plant anything on this side here. If you notice, none of these tiles that we're going across right now say that they're level. It's because they're not. So this one has two slope down, two slope down, one slope down. And that's one slope down. We're going to do a tutorial video on terraforming, digging, all that stuff in a future playlist. If you watched the last video, you'll know that I'm planning on doing a tutorial series in honor of uh, Gamester for Life and the series that he put out and the tremendous impact he made on the community. I'll be going. I don't know at this point if I'm going to go specifically episode by episode in the exact same order that he did, but I will cover every episode that he did to the best of my ability. And all of the different things that he covered. And I believe the very first episode in his series was about tents and digging. So that's probably where we're going to end up starting off. Okay, we can do one more because the next one goes into water, which is fine. We don't really want to go into the water. We don't want to cut the reeds down just yet. But this next tile we can drink from and get our water back up. All right, now we can run back up. Well, now we can kind of run back up here. One of my biggest gripes about Worm is the fact that you can't actually run. There's no sprint button. There's no, yeah, none of that exists. Okay, so now we're back at the top corner. So we're going to pack, we're going to side shift just a little bit. We're going to pack this one. We're going to pack this one. Oops. Okay, we're going to pack this one then. And the same thing with the foraging. We're going to kind of go 3 at a time to cover more ground all at once. Now, this one's already packed, so we don't have to worry about that. But you see in the parentheses it says flat. That one says flat. That says flat. So we know that these are already level. And in a much previous episode, I know I probably said that wrong, in a long ago previous episode, how about that? We leveled this whole area right here. So we're good to go there. We're going to run into some areas that are definitely not level, and we're not going to pack those. Now, I did pack the ones headed down to the water because we're planning on... Oh, it is packed. Okay. We are planning on putting in some sort of paving there. And you can move forward as you're packing. So we can set this one to pack. And then as soon as that one finishes, we can set this one. We can move forward. That one's level. You just got to watch your stamina. And we'll move up into this one and hold for a minute so we can gain some stamina back. Basically, any tile that is literally one tile away from where you're at, including the tile you're on, you can work with at beginner levels. The more advanced you get, the further out you can go. But that can get tricky. course, by the time you get to that point, you'll have already figured out all of your, whatever methods work best for you. Okay, and these three are already packed and flat. That one's not flat. Okay, that one slopes down. This one is flat, so we can pack this one. Now we're down to just 2 tiles because that one slopes down as well. So it's just these two here that we were working with. And all of this was packed at one point. So you can tell how long it's been since I've done any manipulation of um, the dirt, the groundwork, terraforming, whatever. So it's about time we go through and fix it. Packed dirt does actually add a little bit of speed to your movement. Not a lot. But I mainly use it for letting me know what patches of dirt I've already worked that are ready for the next step. And for, moving around a little faster. And we got to take advantage of whatever we can as far as movement speeds. To my knowledge, the fastest movement that you can have is on a ebony black horse, and it has to be an ebony black, not just ebony, not just black, an ebony black, with top tier saddle and horseshoes and so forth. All the horse equipment, top tier. That is the absolute fastest mount if you can ride that horse on most style of pavement. Um, the exception being gravel or packed dirt. You don't move as fast on packed dirt. And I'll show you that here in just a second. Because we have some wood planks here that actually offer, it's one of the types of pavement that you can use, or so-called pavement, that is at max speed. There are tiles that are much, much slower. So tar, for example, sand, clay, they're a little slower. Marshland is slower. They're not as slow as, some of them aren't as slow as others. You see there's a slope there, so we don't want to pave that, or pack that, I'm sorry. And that one's sloped down. That's sloped down. So get these two packed, and that's going to be pretty much it for what we have available at the moment. Okay, so we're going to stand here for just a second. This stretch is a long enough run to demonstrate my point. If you watch right up here, that's your speed. Right now we're standing still, so we're at 0.00 kilometers per hour. We get to max speed on this. You'll see this number change and then stay steady. So as we move, see it kind of jumps around a little bit. Well, if we just walk in a straight line without lifting our finger off the move forward button, which for me is a W, you'll see this number hit a peak and just stay there. So we're at 13.02 with our current weight. Oh, I suppose we got a couple more we can do here. But 13.02 with our current weight on packed dirt, or 12.9. Basically, it's 13. So if we go on to the wood planks, we're now at 15.36. So we're a little bit faster on the wood planks. If we go into the marshland, 7.3. Or if you go uphill, 6.8, or it's 6.38. So if we're walking alongside it, 7.28 is about as close as we can get to level anyway. Grass is 9.9. We'll go down here where it is level, or basically level. So 9.9 on grass. $12.95 to 13 on packed dirt. And we probably could pack this as well. But packed dirt is better than dirt. Dirt is better than grass. Most of your paving is going to give you about the same. So you're looking at, in this character's current state, what was it, like 15 to 16? And we'll dive into that a little more when we do the paving episode. We'll go ahead and pack this. We'll get all the rest of this that's flattened packed down so that we know what we're working with. So okay, that's flat, that's flat, that's flat. So we'll knock these in. And we might have some sort of semblance of order on this deed again. That's not, that's not, that's not. Okay, so we got to go this way. Yeah, all that's sloping down. So we got a couple more tiles that we can go this way, and then it starts going all wonky on us again. Does it need to be packed dirt? Absolutely not. If you're planning on doing wood tiles or wood planks for a flooring, then you don't want packed dirt. You want regular dirt. If you are looking at doing, for instance, cobblestone or slate flooring, that sort of thing, yes, you want packed dirt. And now we're kind of back over here. But this will give us an idea of what we've done in the past and where we've left off. So we'll be able to see what's packed, what's not. The packed areas we know will be, okay, that's it. That's the last tile so far. But the packed dirt will tell us, or I'm sorry, the grass will tell us what we still have to work on. Packed packed dirt will tell us what we've already worked. So the last area we've gotten flattened is up here by the loom. So go ahead and take care of that right now, and then we're done with the shovel for a little bit. So we can stand here, we can do this one, we can do this one, and we can do this one. Okay. That's it. Everything else is downhill, as you can see. Come over here. Oh, there we go. So this is flat. That's not. That's angled down. That's angled down. All of this is angled down. So that's all we can do as far as packing goes for the moment. And when we get down here, I know some of you have said, well, wait a minute, we packed that dirt down at the corner. That's just a marker for the moment. We're going to have to fill all this in to bring it up to height, and then that'll get repacked. But for now, that just tells me where the end of the deed is until we get something else there, a fence post or something. We're not going to worry about doing terraforming right now. What we need to do is get to some bulk storage bins and all that stuff going, but that means we need nails. So we're going to have to go do some mining. So we'll open this up. We're going to put, oops, we need the inventory too. We're going to put this in there. Okay, we need to make some planks. We do, but we also need nails. We need to be able to repair that, so we need iron chunks. We may as well repair this, and the rake, and the iron knife, our hatchet, we can just go ahead and repair the butchering knife. It's only a mite off. Okay, so if we take all of these and we say, okay, it's time to repair, it's going to repair everything, but it's only going to repair as many items as you have queuable actions. If you don't know what that is, open your crafting window. Down here, you have an action queue. If you don't have enough mind logic to support the next dot, it'll be grayed out. So we have several grayed out ones. We've got 3 that are highlighted or lit up, whatever. That means we can do 3 actions at a time. That's the easiest way to tell how many actions you have available. The higher your mind logic, the more actions will be available. So even though I've got 5 things highlighted, only the first 3 are going to be worked on. Okay, rake is done. You notice there's nothing else going on, but we still have 2 items that didn't get repaired. So click on something that's not highlighted. Click back on the items you want dealt with. Right click, repair. That'll take care of those 2 items. Oof. Quality level of the hatchet's dropping. That's okay. We're gonna go mine some iron, get the iron ore. We're gonna light the fire up, the forge up, and we're gonna make some lumps, and then we're gonna use our anvil to turn those lumps into nails, and that's basically going to be it for this episode. So we're gonna do some mining. We're gonna do some blacksmithing. We're gonna try to get some of these things repaired with the better quality lumps. We can't do that with the iron knife. Um, you notice it's not a lump that's sitting there. It's something else. So if you don't know what it is, examine it. The knife needs to be sharpened with a whetstone. Oh, okay, so that's the icon for a whetstone. I know it looks like just a little dash to me, but you can do the same thing with a hatchet. Could be improved to lump. Well, these are items that need a higher quality level lump to be able to increase their quality level. So we know what we need. Let's see. Crude axe, crude knife. We don't need to worry about those. We need at least one log. So we're going to take one of these low-level logs, but at the same time, we also need kindling. We can use the hatchet to make kindling. We're going to do that in this window instead, and we'll grab another log. So we'll highlight kindling. We're going to go max. We're going to create. We should still have a steel and flint inside the mine, but we're going to have to find out. If we don't, we got to rummage around. Oh, hopefully I still have some steel. But if we don't, we still know that we can use a wood scrap and kindling to get the fire a fire going, and then we can use another wood scrap in the campfire. We can grab it up into our inventory and use it to light the forge. So not a big deal. You say, well, we don't have any wood scrap. You're right, we don't at the moment. I'll show you how to do it, because we're going to make sure we've got kindling, wood scrap, a log, all that stuff ready to roll as we head to the mine. And take it all with us. Okay, we now have 6 kindling. We're going to highlight the first one. We're going to combine all of these so that we've got one nice size kindling. And then we're going to take the saw and drop it in here. We're going to make a plank, just one. That's all we need. And we're going to get some wood scrap from it. Actually, you know what? We're gonna max it out, and we're gonna do 3 of them. Yeah, I had a feeling at least one would fail. There's 2 failures. Let's just requeue it. As soon as we get a plank, we're also going to get a wood scrap. There we go. We've got a wood scrap. We want more than that. Okay, we'll give our stamina a second. Try it again. And right here's our log. You can see we're down to 11 on the log. That's from making the kindling and attempting to make a plank, which we got one plank and we got a wood scrap. Now we've got two. Let's go one more round. And we'll just take whatever we get. Come on. At least one. There we go. We got three. So we don't necessarily need the planks right now. So we can actually drop those back on the cart. The wood scraps, we're going to combine those just like the kindling. Okay, so now we have wood scraps. This log is too small to really do a whole lot with, so we'll drop it. We want a full log. I don't care which type of log, but a full log as in 20 um, uh, a weight of 20 or better. Um, 20 is basically the max that it'll actually burn, and the rest of it just goes to waste. So now we have a log. We're a little bit down on food, so we can eat the raspberry. Go ahead and highlight those and eat those as well. Just finish off that so that they don't decay out. Okay. So eating is one of the things that you can do. Oh, you can do it if it's in your inventory. Sorry. But it is something that you can move around while you're performing that action. Just let it finish. There we go. All right. Let's head to the mine. You'll notice I'm no longer traveling at 13. That's because of the weight in my inventory. The more weight you have, the slower you move. Hence why it's really important to have paved walkways down. Okay. Now, if we do have steel and flint, it's most likely going to be in this one. Yep, right there. So we can take that. We don't even need the wood scrap. So we are going to take the wood scrap and put it in here for a future episode. We're going to head over here. We're going to activate, oops, come on. Activate our steel and flint. Click on the forge to get it highlighted, and we're going to light it. Sorry, I bumped the microphone. Poof, it's lit. Now, we're going to take the log, and we're just going to, oops, we're going to activate the log, right-click, and burn. Now we can examine this. We've got 54 minutes. That's good to know. But that, at this point, gives us a little bit of light. We can take all of these items, and we can put them in here so that they heat up. Okay. Open. We're going to take all these items and we're going to drop it here because we don't need them. We do need the iron pickaxe. But now we have a little bit of light to work with. Not a lot, but a little bit. Alright, so Iron Vein, activate the pickaxe, and we're just going to mine straight. So number 3 is the one we want. Now remember, we don't have any food with us, so ooh, darn bug. Okay, as of right now, just so that you guys are aware of where I'm at. I mentioned at the start of the video that this is actually a continuation of technically yesterday's video, but I'm recording it back to back. It has been uploaded to YouTube. There's 40 minutes left in the processing, so that's all on YouTube as far as the processing goes. I don't have to worry about anything else. I could actually shut the computer down right now and it would still process. Once it's uploaded, it's done. You don't have to worry about anything else as far as your system goes. You don't have to wait for anything. You don't have to, oh, well, I can't close it down. I can't start recording the next one. If you're a content creator, then all you have to worry about is making sure that YouTube has the video. Once they have it and it switches over from uploading to processing, you're done. Your upload is finished. And you can continue to go about your business. You can switch to a different game. You can record a new live stream. Whatever you're going to do. Doesn't matter. Let's see. Smithing. Let's switch over. And we can move this guy out of the way. So you guys got a full view of what's going on there. And we're going to look up. Let's see. We need. Let's start with the food storage bin. So we need ribbon. That's a big one. And large nails. Okay, we already know we need planks. So let's go to bulk. Bulk storage bin also needs ribbon and large nails. So we know that we need to make both. We can go ahead and actually, ooh, what in the world? Open. Oh, stone chisel. Didn't even realize that was there. Well, we don't want to keep it there. We just want a pile of ore. We're going to sort by quality level. So we've got a few here that'll actually work pretty well. All these little quality level ones, I'm going to use those for nails. Try to keep it sorted a little bit. So when I put these in there, it's not going to matter. I'm just going to grab a bunch of them and put them in, and they're going to melt down, and then I'm going to have to turn them into combined lumps as it is. We may as well go ahead and repair that one too. We'll throw it in as well. Okay, so give me a quick second. I'm going to go out into the kitchen and grab something really quickly. I'll be right back. Okay, perfect timing. So now that's repaired, but we know that we need to increase um, the quality level of it. We're going to grab these ores. We can actually probably grab quite a few more. Nope, that's it. That's all we can carry. So we're going to run over here to the forge. Run being a relative term. We're going to open. We're going to drop all this in there. We're going to drop this in there because we're actually close enough. We're going to drop the chisel in there. Okay. And then we're going to come back over here and we're going to keep working the wall. We're standing in a perfect spot. We don't have to go anywhere. It's going to drop the pile on the ground. We're close enough to the forge where we can literally pick it up, throw it inside. Our inventory is accessible to the forge. So it's a nice little spot. Now we just got to find the next pile. Wherever it is. Up right there. We'll move our inventory over so it's out of the way. But realistically, we don't even need the inventory window open now. All we need is these two. And we're watching for this iron ore. All of these are hot, but they're not glowing. Once they start glowing, they'll turn into lump iron. I'll open this one up so we can see what we got here. We got a few that are above 7. We're getting better. So there's what, 5? Now there is a mod out there that um, makes it so that you can sort by quality level in the bulk storage bins. I don't have that installed in here. So what we're going to end up having to do is making multiple bulk storage bins. What I suggest is for every 10 levels. So 0 to 10, 10.01 to 20, so forth. And then anything that's within that quality range. And I mean, yeah, obviously you can narrow that down even more. You can decide to make 100 storage bins, but that gets a little crazy and definitely a little more chaotic when you're trying to find a certain material and you can't remember which quality level it was. So, if you've got ores that are below quality level 10, you can dump them in there. You know that's going to be, especially later in the game. Um, you know that that's going to be your garbage ore, so you can make nails out of it or what have you. Your next set's going to be, up to 20. The next one's up to 30, so forth. So if you're looking to find a specific quality level, you can find it. And then, like these sevens, they're going to end up mixing with the ones, which is going to drop the overall quality level. But it'll average out to about 5, um, roughly, give or take. Um, and, your experience may be a little bit different. You may have more of the quote unquote higher end ores for that particular section selection of ores than you do the quality level ones, or you might have more quality level ones than you do the QL7s or whatever. What it does is it takes the average of all of the ores. So it adds them all together and says, okay, there's this many of them, so there's 23 of them. My average right now is 3.81. So if this went into a bulk storage bin just by itself, I would have basically quality level 3.81 ores. And there'd be 23 of them in there. Now, BSBs actually work a little bit different. They calculate the quality level slightly different than what your piles do or what have you. So this now 3.88 may end up being 3.18, or it may end up being 4.18. I don't know exactly what the actual math is and how a BSB is going to work its averages differently than what the pile does, but for some reason it does. But just, keep in mind, you're going to know that it's going to be roughly something around that area. And, if you're working with these low QL raw materials, it's not really going to matter anyway. Don't get hung up on the fact, oh, well, I'm only getting quality level 1s, or I'm only getting quality level 3s, or what. Keep working your skills up. Don't worry about the fact that it's, a ton of QL1 stuff. QL1s are still usable. You're just going to have to do a bunch of improvements is all. There's nothing wrong with that. So, if your end goal is to, make the biggest ship in the game within the first 3 days or whatever, well, I would suggest you go find a server that's going to allow you to do that. That has everything set to 50 or 100x, where you get in, you swing once at a wall, and you're already, skill level 90. But honestly, you're not going to find a whole lot of servers that are like that. A lot more of the servers, especially the private servers, have things kind of geared down a little bit because, to be honest, the people, myself included, that are providing the servers for people to play on want people to stick around. They want to, you to have things to be able to do. And if we jack everything up to, 1,000 times skill gain or whatever, where 2 hits and you're already max level, or 2 fishings, or 2 chopping of a tree, whatever, you're gonna get bored with that server, that character, that atmosphere very quickly. Okay, so now we need to bring these into our inventory. So what we do, sort by quality level again. Now we know we've got all of the ones that are 7 and above. That'll go in here. Highlight. Combine. Now that's done. This can go back in here. We don't want to touch it. Now, all of these ones that are quality level 1 we'll grab, and that includes the 1.61. Okay, we're going to highlight, right click, combine. They're not quality level 1. They're quality level 1.04 because there was one of them that was 1.61 out of the, what was it, 12, 13, 14? So it's doing an average. Now, if I added this one to, where did it go? To this one, it would say, oh, wait a minute, there's 2 lumps. So the average between 1.04 and 7.36 is, so effectively I'm going to end up losing about half of the quality level of this lump. I don't want to do that. So we're going to drop it in there. Now we're also going to take these and drop as many as we can in there. Oh, okay. Well, apparently another player, Stig, stopped by and left me a smelting pot. Didn't realize he did. But hey, Stig, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so what we need, we're going to take this lump, and we're going to take, I believe it's the small anvil. And we're going to open our crafting window. We're going to put the small anvil in there, and we're going to put this lump in there. Well, why did you grab the quality level 1? Because I don't care. I'm making nails. I'm also making ribbons, which are, I believe the ribbons are with the large anvil. Let me double check here. Yeah, looks like they're going to be with the large anvil. That's fine. To double check, always, always, always double check what you're doing. Open this back up. Last thing we looked at was a bulk storage bin. We need the ribbons. We need large nails. Well, there's 2 different types of nails here. There's small nails and large nails. Don't get wrapped up in making the wrong thing. Even if you made the wrong thing, they still have a use later on. So it's okay. We know that we need large nails at the moment, and that's because this recipe window here says that for a bulk storage container unit, we need ribbons, planks, and large nails. So we're going to make sure the large nail is selected. Now we can also double check the food storage bin. And that one says ribbons, planks, large nails. So we're going to focus on the large nails at the moment. We have 3 actions. We're going to try to make as many as we can. And we've already made 2. We've got a 55% chance of making them. And we need 4 large nails for the food bin. So, rather than making only 4, we're going to double that so that we know we've got enough. Then if we've got one that ends up too damaged, bent, whatever, and the quality level just drops to garbage, we know that we can select a different one, and we've got a few spares. Right now we have 5. So we want 8 for this one. Oops. And we need 4 for the bulk storage bin. So instead of just the 8 total, we're going to make, we'll say 15, just so we've got a few extras. because they're going to be usable later too. There's going to be other things. Fencing, for example, might need large nails, or maybe I want to make another cart and it needs large nails, or whatever. The large nails are usable in a multitude of applications. You just got to be wary of what specific ingredients that particular crafting item is asking for. And remember, you can't use large nails in place of small nails or vice versa. It has to be exactly what it's asking for. And we still have plenty of lump. So now the ribbons do take quite a bit more lump iron. But the good news is, if we sort by quality level again, look at how much more quality level 1 we have that's about to be turned into lump. We'll let this one go through and we'll take a quick breather, get some stamina back. Okay, we'll make a few more. We've got 14. Let's go one more round. There we go. We got 16 of them. That's good enough. So now we'll empty that one out. Okay, so we still have the lump in here. We're going to take these lumps. Oops, not that one. We're going to take these lumps, all these ones here, bring them over. We're going to combine these. So we've got a bunch of 1.0s. We've got a 1.04 and we've got a 1.06. I'm going to guess that it's going to be like a 1.1 or a 1.0. I mean, I'm sorry, a 1.01 or a 1.00 as the average, because there's so many more of the 1.0s. But let's see. Oh, it ended up actually a 1.02. That's perfectly fine. So now we're going to turn and we're going to add this to the crafting window. Okay. And we need, oh, there's the ribbon right there. We have a 50% chance. All right, well, let's do it. We know we need at least one for each one, so we may as well make, I don't know, 5, 6 of them. What is, lump must be glowing. Okay, so it's got to go back in here. That's fine. We'll take this one, and we'll take all of these ones, pull those out. Okay, and right here is the one that we combined before. We have one that's less than 7, the rest are above 7. But we're going to go ahead and highlight all of them and combine them again. We're still at a 7.3. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this one, all of these, that one, and that one. We're going to pull these out. These 3 are going to get repaired. The hammer is going to take forever. We're going to get them all repaired, and we're going to start improving. So even though the game is really, really slow, and that sounds like a dying cow. Um, the game's very slow when it comes to getting improvements, and if it's played properly, if it's on a decent enough server that isn't in a rush to get to endgame, most average servers like this one, like the official servers, so forth, um, want the game to last for a while. They want the players to last for a while. They want, the challenge of actually getting your skills up. But there's always something that you can do to grind on. Yes, this game is a grind fest. It is not for the average person. It is for a very select group of people, um, and it quite honestly might not be your thing. That's okay. It doesn't have to be. Enough of us enjoy this game enough that we're more than willing to sit down and play it for a while. And some of us have been playing for years. It doesn't have to be as as much of a drone on as what some people claim it to be. It is not a grinding simulator, though it's been compared to one, you know, on a number of occasions. It can definitely be a grind fest because all you're doing is the same thing over and over and over and over again. But you're getting your skills up, and as you're getting your skills up, you're working on more and more advanced things. Um, there have been players, there goes another one. There have been content creators that have outright admitted they have been playing for years and they still haven't discovered everything available in this game. And they've been doing this, since the game's release. They were some of the very first players, and they still play today. But there's still stuff that they haven't figured out, haven't discovered, haven't ever ran across before, even though they have, tens, if not hundreds of thousands of hours in this game. So there's a lot to do. There are a lot of things that, haven't even been discovered yet. So, I mean, even though there's a lot of things to grind away on, there are a lot of things that have, that are still available. It's not a bad thing to join a server that's been around for a while, or join a new server, or, make one yourself and set it up for, near official, um, timers and everything, um, and just grind away at it. If you're setting up your own server, or you're wanting to just kind of check it out and you want to see kind of what the game is all about, in its official capacity or close to official capacity, um, jump on a server that's not massively tweaked. If you're just looking at checking the game out and seeing what it's got to offer or whatever, jump on any server. Doesn't matter. Explore the game a little bit, see what's available, and go from there. If you enjoy the game, come to a slower server. That's my suggestion. Come to a slower server, one that's closer to official, the official action timers, the official skill gains, um, and play the game for what it really has to offer. You never know. You might surprise yourself and decide that it's a game that you'd like to be able to play, even just here and there. Maybe you are, well, myself. I like to jump into faster paced, high action games from time to time. I like to jump into. I'm about to check out. My roommate has just downloaded a game that's more of got a pirate theme to it. I've played pirate type games before. I've played space games before. I've played action simulators before. I've played first person shooters before. I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting to go and check out a different game. And maybe that's your main focus. But maybe, just maybe, you've been playing that style game for so long that you get home from work and you just really don't feel like jumping on today. You don't want to deal with the BS that's associated with, this particular player or this group of players or whatever that you seem to always run into, or um, maybe you've had really good luck and all of a sudden there's just this one player that recently has just been getting on your nerves and you just don't want to deal with it. You want something different. Um, maybe you've only got 10 minutes to play and you don't have time to be able to get into a big dragon raid or something, or a big raid on this particular star base, or whatever the case may be. This might be your answer. Maybe it's a game you've never considered before. Um, I encourage you to consider it. Uh, yeah, it is a grind and a half, and you can spend hours, if not days, possibly weeks, months, years, whatever, grinding away at the same stuff. And some people may say, well, why do you even bother? What's the point? The point is, it's an escape, just like every other game. The guys that originally created this game, one of them went off and created a whole different game that's very similar but very much more pixelated, that got really, really popular, even though Worm didn't. That guy made a game that attracted, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of players. And it's still being played today, and it's still very popular today. And other than the graphics, there isn't much that's different. I don't know, maybe you've heard of Minecraft before. The main creator for Minecraft was one of the main creators for Worm. They are very, very, very similar games in a lot of different respects. If you've ever considered playing Minecraft, Worm's graphically way better, um, but the game itself is very similar. You're doing the same thing. It's just a different look. You've got charts that tell you what your skills are and whatnot, but you're effectively doing the same thing. So, maybe give it a shot. Anyway, back to what we were doing. We have a glowing. Nope, it's only searing hot, so we got to throw that back in there. We got to grab the glowing lump. We were going to improve some of this, but yeah. I got rambling. So, I need to grab this glowing lump. Yep, just like that. And we're going to throw this guy back in here, and we're going to make some more ribbons. Let's make sure that our ribbon is actually activated. Where are you at? That's the large anvil. Okay. That's a glowing lump. Yep. Oh, there's our ribbon. It is activated. Okay, so let's make some more. We have one. Only one. Before we forget, we may as well take these and throw them back in here for now. Number one, so it doesn't confuse us on what we're dealing with. And number two, oh, let's go ahead and repair that guy. Number two, so it's not so chaotic in here. The fewer things you have in your inventory, the easier it is to keep track of what you're doing. So we just repaired pickaxe. We're going to throw it in there and let it get glowing hot. We're going to let this lump get up, and now it's glowing again. So we'll give it a minute while we're making a few more ribbons. What I say we needed two, so we'll make like 5 or 6 total. And then we will have all the nails we need, all the ribbons we need to be able to make at least one food storage bin and one bulk storage bin. And then we're going to attempt to improve these items, and we're going to call it there. So these current episodes, and probably the next couple, are going to be dealing with basically getting us back on track. Um, we have established new perimeters for the deed. We've reestablished the deed itself. But then we've taken time to get some lumber, well, get some logs anyway. Um, we've got the forge going. We've inspected the entire place. We've packed the dirt on all of the flat tiles so that we can at least see what we're dealing with. Actually, we can cancel that. We've got 5 ribbons. We're good. We only need 2. So this guy can actually go back in here, and we don't need him right now. We're going to take these out. Oh, let's go ahead and close this because we don't need that now. The ore, 1 piece of ore can go in there. That kills that one. I like simplicity. I don't like a whole lot of windows open if I can avoid it. Okay. So we don't have to worry about the pendulum or the hammer right now. Let's go ahead and grab the hatchet. And we'll grab this lump. We're going to activate this lump, and we're going to right click and try to improve. We need a better hatchet. We need a better pickaxe and so forth. So as you try to improve, you're going to damage things. So you just repair it and then try to improve again. The quality level of whatever it is you're using. Oh, needs a whetstone. All right, well, but we jumped in quality level for the hatchet. So we don't have a whetstone, but that's okay. It can go back in there. Let's grab the pickaxe. Improve. Oh, it's not glowing yet. That's fine. We'll do the rake because we can always use a better rake. I'm not a big farming guy, but it helps to have better quality tools regardless. Well, it did improve, but we're still low enough to where we can improve it some more. There we go. Now it's 8.7. That's higher than the lump is. We can't improve it anymore. So it's done. What's next? How about the shovel? We'll improve the shovel. And repair. This is a practice known to the community as imping or improving. But it's if you watch other videos, they'll talk or occasionally you'll hear somebody say something about imping your stuff. That's what this is. That's improving your stuff. And we're going to be doing quite a bit of it. Because in order to get consistently level or quality level 50 or better tools, quite frequently we're going to be getting quality level 20, 30, whatever. We're just going to need to have the higher quality lumps and whetstones and all that stuff to be able to improve it to a quality level 50. And we're doing what we said we're going to do. We need to make QL 50 or better items on a consistent basis. That means we need to at least be able to make the QL 50 items. And the ones that don't turn out as QL50 need to be improved to QL50 or better. Oh, now we've exceeded the shovel. So now we've got a better quality shovel. Okay, our pickaxe is still not glowing yet, so let's keep going. There's our saw. We're going to be using the saw. And that's 3.85. Now 6.89. So already 3 quality level jumped. Now it's 8.37. So 2 attempts, and we're already exceeding that chunk. Okay, our pickaxe is ready, so we're going to go ahead and try to improve it. Repair. Improve. Repair. And sometimes you got to go back and forth a few times. Sometimes you go back and forth a lot of times. Okay, we now have a almost 8 quality pickaxe. That's better than what we were using. All right, hatchet can't do. Stone chisel. Why not? See, these are all tools that are used in different areas. So, like the stone chisels gets used to make bricks and so forth. So, if I want to make, you know, make a statue, for example, a Colossus statue. Well, I need Colossus bricks, which means I would need a decent stone chisel to be able to do that. Why are you not improving? Oh, the lump is not searing hot. Okay, well, it is what it is. Now it is. So we activate and we try it again. Now, since I only left that in there for a second, it's not going to last very long. We're starting to get down there on our food. Yep. We got 1 attempt in on it. Okay, so we've got this lump and this lump that are 1.0. So what we'll do, activate that. Oop, highlight all that. We're going to combine those. We don't need these right now, so we're just going to leave them in there. They're not going to help us anywhere in here, but and we don't necessarily need the stone chisel upgraded right now. It was just an idea. Let's go quality level. Let's see. Okay, so we've got the hammer, the pendulum, and the stone chisel. Those can actually wait till later. We have examine 20 minutes left on the forge, so we're probably going to end up starting the next video with some more mining. We'll get some more. Actually, no, we're not. No, we're not. We're going to grab the saw, and we're going to put this guy back in here. We're going to grab out the saw since it's been upgraded. And we're going to run back out this way. Again, relative term. It is daylight out, so this is perfect. We're going to head back to the cart. Do a quick gander. I heard 2 cows die off, but I don't see any, so they're probably off-deed somewhere. Yeah, I don't see any. Okay, but that is going to be it for this particular episode. I have to marry these two videos together, get it uploaded, and get started on the next one, which will be for Tuesday. So this one here will be posted Monday. The next one I do will be posted Tuesday, which I have band practice. Um, and I don't, I might end up having a surprise after that. I don't know yet. I haven't quite figured it out, but we will see what we're going to do. Either way, I need to get these two videos married together and recompiled and get it uploaded. So I am going to actually log out for a few minutes. We are at 54% food, 51% water. Um, we need to get here. We are going to make more planks. So let's take this one and this one. We're going to load these into the inventory. Let's pull up the window again real quick. We need 24, 25 planks for the bulk. And 25, okay, so we're going to be running on planks for a little while. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 5 planks. That's going to kind of hold our weight. Okay, so we've got 4 planks. That's what we're going to start working with. These, come on. Let's move you over so we can actually move this stuff. We're going to move you on here. We're going to try that again. Pull this plank over here. Okay, so we're going to start with 5 planks in the next episode, and the saw, or I'm sorry, 5 logs and the saw. But that is going to be it for this one, so I can get this in the works. Appreciate everybody watching. There's a link down below in the description if you want to support this server. This is Seattle Sanctuary. The money goes directly to the server host. I don't see a penny of it. There is a North server and a South server. The North server is the one that everybody logs into. The South server you have to sail to, and it is more aggressive. It is still PvE. This is a PvE only server. There is one spot that's PvP. That is Alcatraz Island. It is specifically set up as a combat arena. It is not very big. It's meant that way on purpose. Last time I was there, the whole area was swarming with sharks. So keep that in mind. There are portals set up to various locations on Seattle Sanctuary here that you can go from one place to another. I will probably be setting up other portals as well. But in the meantime, we are moving forward with this server, the South server. They run roughly $25 a piece per month. If you want to help with that, you want to keep the server going, I am more than willing to pay for it out of my pocket. But if you do want to help, there's a link down below. Feel free to donate. It doesn't matter if it's $1 or $50 or, $4, whatever. But if you liked the video, if you enjoyed the content, if you found any of it funny or annoying or irritating or blah, whatever, feel free to give me a thumbs up. It tells me that you're watching, you're paying attention. You know that what we do here is 100% real. We don't edit out things. Um, Old Bitty Gaming and I are both very mindful of that. We want to give you the most real experience that you're going to get with this game and give you a very true aspect of what the game's like. Not just the highlights, not the best pieces, not the funniest little clips, the whole experience. You get to see everything that we do as we do it on these characters. Um, there are other videos that we post that you don't see everything on, but as far as Her actual playthrough videos, my Ironman Saga, it's all 100% uncut, ready to roll. You see the skills that we're getting, or skill gains that we're getting, where we're at, 100% of the time. You can go backwards in the playlist on my server, or on my channel for the Iron Man Saga, and you can watch the entire progress and verify step by step, episode by episode, skill by skill that nothing was left out. You can verify it. It's all there for you. Um, if you want to see more of this content, feel free to subscribe. Hit that bell icon for notifications when I put new videos out. But that is going to be it for me for today. Again, this is the Iron Man Saga on Seattle Sanctuary. This is a privately owned server, privately funded. Um, this is not an official server. This is on Worm Unlimited, not on Worm Online. Um, it is modded to an extent with quality of life mods. Um, I am very mindful of the players on the server, their suggestions. This is not my server, this is our server. If you want to come over and check it out, it's open, it's free, it's no password. Um, but that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one.